What these first two guys have done. Justin, good to see you.
How you doing?
4 interceptions in one game.
Yeah,
Was that a weak team, a strong team, or you just had a great night?
No, they were a pretty good team. I mean, last year they beat us pretty good.
So you'd lost those guys before then?
Yeah. So we was trying to come out and get back at them. But I mean, every time I got the pick, he would throw it in my direction. I locked in on the ball. Like I had eagle vision. I feel like so.
Could you see what they were doing before they did it? Kind of locked in on those guys?
I mean, the quarterback would telegraph if he was throwing or not, because he would just drop back and look straight at his receiver, and his favorite receiver was the one I was guarding. So
he kept going. He probably, you would think after a while, he might say, "Listen, I'm going to go a different place, different direction."
He never threw to Malik's side. He always threw to my side. So
just kept coming right at you. Just kept taking advantage of that. Did you take any of those interceptions back to the end zone?
Nah. Every time I caught the ball, there would be somebody right there, and they would just tackle me. But I'm just glad that I got the last one because it ended the game for us. Like it saved the game.
Did you get to keep the ball? Did it let you keep it?
No
game ball for the big 4 interceptions. What about touchdowns? How many touchdowns were you this year?
I think I scored about 6 or 7.
That's not bad. All from the wide receiver spot?
2 at running, 3 at running back, and 3 at receiving, I think.
Gotcha. Split half between the two. When you got a team like you guys, South Point Christian Academy, you got to be flexible. Got to be ready to play a couple of different positions, right?
Yeah. You got to be like for us, it's like you have to go both ways. Like you can't just play offense. You can't just play defense. I came from Northern where like you can play one and be successful at it, but here, like you got to, or we're not gonna have a team. We only had like 17 kids, so
you got to keep going.
You have to be diverse.
So somebody asked you if you played special teams, you'd say I played all teams.
Yeah. What teams don't I play is what I would say.
Sometimes you kind of like that, though. Sometimes it can be good because the guy stays on the field the entire time. He's always into every facet of the game.
Yeah, but but sometimes it's good and sometimes bad because like me and Malik, we would return kicks, punts. We were on every special team. So and then we would go and play corner, and then we would go play receiver. And sometimes we play receiver, we go run a go route, 30, 40 yards down the field. And so we would get gassed up a lot. So it's good sometimes, but it's better to even it out.
One of the better things might be if you guys could have like a cot somewhere set up at halftime, so you guys take a little nap at halftime during the game. Now you came from Northern. What position did you play at Northern? Receiver there as well?
Yeah, receiver and a little bit of corner.
Don't they have a Timmons there now at Northern?
That's my brother. Yeah,
that's your brother. So I thought the Timmons name sure rang a bell.
Yeah.
They've got the Timmons. They've got the Tristan Simmons. They've got some guys like that over there.
Yeah. Him and my brother are pretty good friends too.
Yeah, the Tristan Simmons guy. People hadn't seen the tape. I saw a little bit of the film. He's become a fairly decent receiver.
Yeah, and he kicks a little bit too. He kicks field goals.
Yeah, because Coltrane did a kicking last year, and he kind of picked it up out of necessity.
Yeah.
But I tell you, let me ask you about this one receiver. Got a lot of ask about other people as well as you guys know too. But the guy who has shown me a lot in the past 6 weeks is for Northern Guilford. Became a monster receiver. Is that Trey Marsh?
Oh, Trey Marsh
became a monster in the past 6 weeks.
He came beginning of last year. Everybody saw him and was like, strong muscles. He big. So they immediately put him in, at receiver, tried him at safety, and
he'd be a big safety.
Yeah, and then this summer, he caught a Elon offer. So
Elon offer for football then, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing how these guys lately, and it started maybe over with Dudley, with David Amherst, and these guys that played basketball, switched became football players, having a lot of success.
Yeah, you never really know what you really gonna set out to do. You got it's just faith.
It's happened with that kid over at Page too. That kid DeAndre Overton, good basketball player, turned out to be a good receiver this year. Now, did you know before you made the decision to go from Northern over to headed over toward High Point Christian, did you know that Coach Roscoe was coming back before you made the decision?
No, I had no idea. I thought Coach Thomas was going to be there forever. Like I didn't think Coach was going to come back.
Do you think it impacted you if Coach Roscoe was still there? You think you might have came back?
Nah,
you already made your mind up.
Yeah,
you ready to make the move.
Like once I was at High Point Christian, I liked it a lot, and I had no intention of going back.
Gotcha. Now, do you play any other sports beside the football?
Yeah, I used to play baseball. I played this year, and I play. I'm not gonna play this year, but I ran track last year too. Yeah, all conference in that. So.
What'd you run?
4x1 and 100s.
The old 100 meters and then the relay team as well.
4x1 went to states too.
You guys had success in track over there. Did you ever? I mean, we always talk about matching these guys. We matched up Zach McClain head to head earlier. with Malik. Put Malik side by side with Mook Reynolds in a race. What if we put you side by side with TJ Logan?
Yeah.
How long is TJ going to be at the other end before you show up?
That man is
He
too
can move,
fast.
man. Yeah.
He's fast.
Good kid, too.
Yeah.
Good kid. Always a good smile on his face. It's not as easy in college as it was in high school, though.
No, you can see the difference between college and high school when he's playing, you know.
As a prime example, just watching him play, because in high school he could put moves on guys. He would be in the end zone. Those guys would be still getting them off the ground. The way it is now, he's got to use his body when he goes into those defenders.
Yeah, man. He's if you look at his body when he graduated high school to now, it's such a big difference.
A lot bigger, a lot stronger.
Yeah, they put so much weight on you when you go to college. Like,
they know what to do. They know the nutrition program too. What kind of food you should eat that will put that kind of weight on you, as well as doing the workouts.
Yeah.
Where do you think you'll end up next year? Got any ideas where you're going yet?
I'm thinking about playing in, football in college, but right now, you know, I'm just focused on getting into college. I got accepted to UNC Pembroke, and I'm thinking about going to North Carolina A&T, Winston State, or UNC Charlotte.
Not bad choices. I mean, Winston State's playing for the championship Saturday, Durham County Stadium, against the team they played, the team they were supposed to play last year, Virginia State. You know, they had the altercation last year, Rudy Johnson, the QB, but they're going to be playing them again this year.
Yeah.
And you mentioned some other good schools. What about Guilford College? Any thoughts about going to Guilford?
No, not really.
Not going to hit Guilford then.
No.
They're not on the schedule possibilities quite yet.
Yeah.
Let's get some questions for Justin. What do you think the highlight was of the past year? That had to be the 4 interception night. Had to be that night, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was a pretty big highlight. You know.
You should have been getting some calls, probably, or maybe some mail from colleges that following Monday. Usually they hit the mail.
Yeah, I mean, I sent my film to a couple of, or this one recruiter that helps recruit me, and he was like amazed how many interceptions I had.
That's something good to have on your resume. That'll definitely get you on the map. Why did you choose to play football? What do you think of football? Why is that a sport for you?
You know, it's a better way of displaying like who I am, like my athletic ability. You know, baseball is one thing, but I feel like football is just, you can just let everything go, like on the field. You know, it's more aggressive, high intensity.
Right, and this High Point Christian Academy, you feel like it's been a good fit for you this year too.
Yeah.
Gave you a chance to do those kind of things.
I can do I can do basically anything I want to do over there. You know, it's just all fun. Like, it's just fun.
What about working with Coach Bell? What's Coach Bell meant to this team? Different coach, different system.
Yeah, the system last year, we went from a wing T, and I felt like wing T was so predictable, and then this year we go to like a spread offense. And you know, Coach Bell, he's not the typical head coach. You know, he comes down to our level to, you know, see things how we see it, and you know, he is the coach or whatever. But you know, if we have something to say that can help the team, he'll listen.
Yeah.
You know, put it.
What about Coach Rolfus? So he used to like to spread things out occasionally, didn't he?
Yeah. Coach Rolfus, he's at Northwest now.
Yeah.
He was a good offense coordinator, but I think he did a pretty good job last year.
What about your favorite college football team?
I'm a Carolina fan.
So the Heels all the way there.
And I like Ohio State too.
Okay, because that was one of TJ's suitors as well.
Yeah, he was thinking about going there, but he wanted to stay close.
What about favorite pro team?
I like the Patriots.
Patriots?
Tom Brady and them. Yeah.
How about this Brandon LaFell? He goes to the Patriots. He's ready to be an all-pro up there from what I hear.
Yeah. He was at the Panthers last year, and then he went to the Patriots, so I was happy. He's one of the receivers that nobody really hears about, but you know, he's actually really good.
Sometimes it's not bad. It's kind of good to be that kind of receiver. If they don't know much about you, they're not paying close enough attention to you. You can burn some guys occasionally like that too. Kind of sneak in the big play. What about favorite late night restaurant? Got a favorite place to go?
Late night restaurant?
Yeah.
Well, me and my friends, we usually go to Steak and Shake if we go anywhere late.
You hit the one on Lawndale?
Yeah, right up the road.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a good plug for Steak and Shake. Got to get those guys there as well. You lose your cell phone. You got no TV, no computer, no nothing. What do you do with all that time?
I'm basically stuck at home, I guess, because you need like communication to the outside world to do anything nowadays. Like,
maybe you
can't just go to somebody's house and be like, "What you doing?" Because it's just weird.
What about going outside? Maybe sitting there, kind of listening, maybe to the birds, or maybe check out the outdoor surroundings.
That's not me.
That's not really fitting too well at all.
Yeah.
Got to have one or the other. Top athlete you've heard of that came out of High Point Christian Academy? Anybody big time players out of there?
Rick Mack, he's at UNC Pembroke.
For Rick Mack, he's a good one. Yeah. You say he's at UNCG now? Is that right?
No, he's at UNC Pembroke.
UNC Pembroke.
Yeah.
And Blake Hickman, you remember Hickman out of Page by chance? The linebacker?
I don't
he's at
remember.
Pembroke. Leading tackler out of Page, doing a good job down there. But the Pembroke team's not doing that great this year.
Nah, they're 1 we went up there this weekend to visit, and they were 1-6, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is this year. For some reason, they are having a down year. A few other questions for Justin Timmons here. Shane Ribshack for Thursday Football in Focus. Dudley Panthers, think they got done right or done wrong?
I don't really agree with that, because I know how it feels to, spend all summer working for something, and then when it's time to get what you was working for, it's just taken away from you. And the same thing happened with Northern last year.
Yeah, it did.
And they didn't take them out the playoffs, so I don't think it was fair to.
Yeah, Northern lost those 2 regular season games. You guys lost the victory with Burlington Williams and the one with Northwest.
Yeah.
That 8-quarter rule is very confusing. Yeah. Plus the rule too, they say you play on Thursday night, then you can't play on Friday night. Yeah. You can't even dress on Friday night if you play.
It used
Thursday.
to be different though, because when I was playing JV, like you could dress, but you could only play a certain amount of both, But now it's like you can't even do that.
Yeah, if you dress for the varsity game, it's like you played, but you didn't play.
Yeah.
As soon as you're in uniform, as soon as you set foot on the field,
you can't play.
I think even if you put your uniform in a locker room, they still think you played. Now, if we could get a game up on Friday night, your team against Dudley, because they're still looking for one more game, because they had all this taken away, would you be willing to go over and take it?
Yeah. I'll be willing to play one more game, man.
You guys won't probably feel the same way because you lost your playoff game.
Yeah.
You guys want one more game.
We got cheated.
As well.
Yeah, that game. The reason we lost that game is all because of us. Like, we had about 4 fumbles, including, like, I fumbled one time myself, and we just made a bunch of errors, man.
Too many mistakes.
Yeah.
Costly time, no doubt about it. Among the local teams, who do you think's got the best chance to win a state championship? You think it's going to be Northern, going to be Southern, going to be Andrews, Central? Who do you think it might be?
I think Central got a good shot, and I also think Southern got a good shot.
Southern 11-0. What about this guy? We hadn't talked about him. We mentioned all these other players. I haven't mentioned Reggie Gillespie yet. That guy's a load.
That man is big, man. He got a leg like tree trunks, man. He's just hard to tackle is what it is. Like,
cannot tackle that guy high. You think about it. I don't know. It'd be kind of a challenge to tackle. The lowest you can get those ankles from.
Yeah, that's where you got to hit him.
Because he's so big all the way around.
Especially a guy like me, my size. You can't hit him anywhere.
Yeah, you got to either hit him low at ankles. You got to try to catch him from behind, try to sling him. Have you seen these guys tackling these days? You're a tackler. How about the guys describe a guy just trying to sling him down? Is that a safe way to tackle?
No, it's really not. To me. That's more of a linebacker type tackle. Yeah, DBs, they more form tackling.
Right. It seems like you try to sling the guy down. As you're trying to sling him, he may lose control, and the guy's still running down the field.
Shirt tackling.
They'll leave you far behind. What do you think your purpose is in life? Why are you here? Any idea what your purpose might be for life?
My purpose would basically just showing people, just showing God through myself, like
showing what He can do through you.
Yeah, just giving people examples of like what God can do for you if you just believe in Him, and just showing people the way to Him. Like that's what I feel like. Yeah.
Because he's a pretty good coach, and we got some good coaches. I think God, as far as that goes, he's the best coach we could have. Next year, where will you be, you think? Any idea yet?
No, not
sure. How about 10 years down the road? That's even further down the road. What about 10 years?
10 years, I just hope that be, living a simple American life, just good job, wife, maybe kids, I don't know, but just being happy. That's all I want.
What year is your brother out at Northern? Is he a junior?
Yeah, he's a junior this year.
So you think he might be the starting quarterback next year?
Yeah, he might be. I'm hoping for that.
Might take that spot. Yeah. You'll encourage him and work at him too?
Yeah, I work with him a lot this summer.
Now, you don't mind being the kind of guy who goes out for passes about 100 times a day. If he wants to keep throwing, you'll keep going out there.
Yeah, I got him. That's my bro. I gotta keep him up.
Now, Justin Timmons, is your brother's first name again?
Miles.
Miles Timmons. Got to keep. I remember you both guys, because you guys one time had the brother combination, the Timmons brothers, Miles and Justin, and they had maybe the 2 brothers they had a while back, the Sindab brothers.
Yeah, Bernie and Bernard.
Yeah, because one of those guys was a quarterback back in the day.
Yeah. Bernard was running back or fullback, and Bernie was a quarterback.
Bernie was a backup, and Bernie came in the one time in the first part of the year when the starting quarterback got hurt, which was Rocco Scarfone.
Well, really, no. Bernie started his first game the senior year, but he didn't do well.
Yeah,
and Coach Roscoe put Coltrane in, and it was over after that.
Coltrane, for some reason, it just clicked and went well.
Yeah.
Well, listen, let's let you get rolling. Thanks for talking to us.